Once upon a time, Undisputed was killing First Take. First Take wasn't getting any views, and Skip and Shannon was running the show, and Stephen A. Smith was on his way out with Max Kellerman. The only person they was able to find to work with him was a disaster. The commentary was awful. His takes was trash. Stephen A. Smith was frustrated. He thought that was the end of his career. But fast forward to 2025, all of his competition is deleted. Skip Bayless is out of the way. He got canceled due to sexual allegations. Stephen A. put Shannon Sharpe under his wing, brought him over to First Take just to annihilate his ass. And now Shannon Sharpe is no longer competition. Stephen A. Smith blames Shannon Sharpe's legal strategy for his ESPN hiatus. In case y'all didn't know, Shaquille O'Neal, who is Shannon Sharpe's arch nemesis, is on his way to ESPN alongside Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Ernie Johnson. And with a salary that got to pay Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe, how would ESPN have money to pay Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson, all on the same roster? When Shay making all this other money, he getting paid more than everybody, was getting ready to close on a $100 million deal. And on top of that, they got audio of Shaquille O'Neal fishing for evidence to get Shay off the block. Stephen A. Smith never liked him to begin with because he was his competition. Now, Stephen A. Smith is the king of the hill. I need y'all to listen to this.
Malcolm sent me this information. We got great viewers that send me information, show suggestions, and Todd sent me one this morning, and it's great. There's a leaked audio or Matt Barnes talking about the Shannon Sharpe situation, and he brings Shaquille O'Neal into it. Let's play the clip.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around. So, just want to put that out there.
We're talking about Matt Barnes that had his own show, All the Smoke. I don't know what happened to All the Smoke, but Matt Barnes, they was running the show. All of the interviews that Shannon did, they did it first. They was the first ones to have Kamala Harris on their show. They had all the legends. They was mixing it up with hip hop, sports. It was the biggest thing in media until Club Shay came along. Now you got Matt Barnes, the same one that was running the podcast arena before Shannon Sharpe, on a group chat with Shaquille O'Neal discussing how in the hell they gonna get rid of Shay. We know Matt Barnes was on the call, but who else was on the call? Was Stephen A. on the call? You figure it was a bunch of somebodies. It wasn't no nobodies that was on the call with Shaq. And he put the word out. If anybody got some dirt on him, we got to get him off the block. He taking over. People more interested in Shay than they are any of us. We need that shine. He on his way to ESPN. They had to get him out of there. And now Stephen A. Smith is letting it be known that Shannon fucked up. Y'all got to listen to this.
Brother that I've come to know, I don't believe would assault or rape anybody. And I'm going to state that emphatically. But just as emphatically, I'm going to remind everybody it is my opinion because of what I feel about him. Not in any way implying that I know a damn thing beyond that, because I don't know. I've seen the text messages released by his lawyer, who, by the way, I don't think has been impressive in this at all, because some of the information that was let out to the public, I have no idea why a lawyer would advise such a thing, but that's a different subject for another day. And we're allowed to deduce from an opinion perspective what we believe and what we don't, so long as we concede that we have no way of knowing definitively what the truth is. What I can speak about is the fact that this 3-time Super Bowl champion and this Hall of Famer, who emphatically stated,
why doesn't everyone know?
Hold on, y'all. We're going to get through this together. Don't worry. Y'all just hang tight. You know, ain't no ads going to stop us, because there's other news I want to share with y'all anyways. While they hating on the stream and people waiting for this information. Y'all wait a minute. I'm going to get this together. Hold on. Wait. Get this together. Hold up.
have been levied against him, insisting repeatedly that anything you read, anything you see, anything you hear was fully and totally consensual. In the same breath, what's inescapable is that without us knowing all the merits, he was working with Disney, where I've worked since 2003, excluding my departure from 2009 to 2011, when I was gone for those 2 years. Outside of that, I've been at Disney since October of 2003. I know this place. I know the worldwide leader that is ESPN, who's under the umbrella of Disney. And it wasn't difficult for me to figure out what was transpiring.
Oh, God.
As I sit here before you today discussing this matter, ESPN and Disney have a wait and see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation.
Evidence. And that's what Shaquille O'Neal was looking for on Shannon. Evidence. Anything to incriminate him, anything sexual, any type of misconduct. He told them boys, if anybody got some information on him, I'm willing to throw a bag at you. Y'all need to see something. You could say what you want to say about Shaq, but he is kid friendly. All of his movies, from Shazam, Kazam, The Man of Steel, all kid friendly. He's Walt Disney acceptable. His whole catalog, even when it comes to his albums, he never used no profanity, ain't never did no cussing, ain't never talked about no killing. He legit. But Shannon Sharpe, on the other hand, he's fucked. So Shaq put himself in a position to not only have his own podcast, but people looking forward to that Club Chuck podcast with Charles Barkley. So they headed to ESPN to get it popping right now. And Shay is out of the way. Listen at this, y'all.
Involving Shannon Sharpe from a legal and from a civil perspective. What they didn't need as it pertains to those two things that I just mentioned, they didn't need any definitive evidence at this particular moment in time about all of that stuff. Once all the things Shannon Sharpe's lawyer put out there, it was uncomfortable to listen to. And it was not something that Walt Disney once associated with its brand. So to have him on the airwaves while all of that stuff was put out there was not something that Disney was going to take.
It's over. That's basically what Stephen A is saying. He's saying he knows his boss. He knows Disney like the back of his hand. Shannon Sharpe, just by him having a club called Club Shay, that's not Walt Disney friendly. By him having guests like Jess Hilarious and Brittany Rayner come up to his show, that's not Walt Disney related. Him having Cat Williams cussing and screaming and yelling and fussing and beefing. That's not Walt Disney relatable. Let me show y'all something real quick. And y'all stay tuned. It's only going to take a second. Shannon Sharpe is not only messy, but he done some of the messiest things we ever seen in history. He had Steve Harvey come on Club Shay Shay and Butter hit him up, make it seem like they was best friends or whatever. He had Cedric the Entertainer come on Club Shay Shay, buttered them up, made it seem like they was best friends, and then had Cat Williams come on after all of them and slaughtered them in front of the world. That's like having a song where Tupac and Biggie, that's not supposed to be a diss track. You get Biggie in the studio, you get Jay-Z in the studio, and then the last verse, you give it to Tupac, and he dissing Biggie and Jay-Z and Biggie didn't even know that Tupac was going to be at the end of the song. That's how messy Shannon Sharpe is. This is not Disney relatable. He had certified sluts come up to his show talking about slut shit. Look. Not only did he have them come up there, but they was taking booty pictures, talking about how many sexual partners. She said she had 3 sexual partners in one day. You think Mickey Mouse agree with any of this shit? Why he doing all this while he's working for Walt Disney? That's where he messed up. We're going to get back to Stephen A. Smith, but I need y'all to take a good look at this real quick because the similarities is crazy. Listen at this, y'all.
One of the biggest names in sports media, as well as his former employer, is being sued for sexual harassment amid allegations of improper behavior that date back nearly a decade. A longtime hairstylist is suing former Undisputed host Skip Bayless, Fox Sports, and their parent company, Fox Corporation, for unspecified damages. The suit claims Fox executives allowed Bayless to, quote, abuse workers without fear of punishment, including allegedly offering $1.5 million to the accuser if she had sex with him. I'm joined now by Molly Cahillane from the Sports Business Journal. Molly, thank you so much for your time. First of all, what more do we know about these allegations? Because there is some pretty stunning stuff being alleged.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, Nicole. I'm happy to be here. So as you mentioned, the suit was filed Friday afternoon. It's a 42-page lawsuit. There are 14 counts. It also includes a class action lawsuit for overtime for failing to pay.
Y'all got to listen. We're going to get right back to that, but y'all got to understand this. Skip chose Shannon over Stephen A. And you can imagine how that made him feel. They was at First Take together. Skip decided that he wanted to leave Stephen A. and work with Shannon Sharpe and left Stephen A. in the dust. He went over the pot. He basically did what Shannon Sharpe did to Skip. He left Stephen A., went over to Fox. They built a powerhouse with Shannon Sharpe. Undisputed was really Undisputed, the #1 daytime sports talk show, and Stephen A. was coughing up their dust. Now, that didn't sit right with him. He was jealous of Shannon Sharpe. He had to be thinking, so this motherfucker think he better than me? He think that Shannon Sharpe is better than me? So when they started having beef, when Skip and Shannon got into it, who came to save the day? Who came up in the picture? Stephen A. Smith came and he snatched Shannon away from Skip. And then Skip went down for sexual allegations. Shannon didn't see the plot. He thought that they was cool. He thought he found a new home at ESPN and Stephen A. Smith was his brother. As if he wasn't coming for that #1 spot. He knocked both of them off the board. Now he at the damn top. There is no competition. He ain't got to worry about Max Kellerman with his stupid ass takes. He about to be able to have debates with Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, and some certified NBA professionals that everybody know who they are. They've been on TV for I don't know how long. ESPN done knocked out Fox Sports, and he reigning supreme right now. Listen.
That is what I mean when I say I am not surprised. In getting to know Shannon Sharpe, I know a lot of things that he has articulated that he has been through in his life. I can't imagine too many things in life tougher than what he's going through now.
He don't dissect it, Shannon Sharpe. He know his weaknesses. He know what make him happy, what make him cry. He know his childhood traumas. He fucking studied this man and found his weak points. He said he been through some tough things in his life, but he know for a fact he ain't never been through nothing this tough. He found where it hurts. Some people weak in the gut. Some people weak in the head. He found his weakness and hit him right where it hurts.
And there's a lot of people out there talking a lot of smack, a lot of stuff about him. You will never hear that from me. It will not happen. I don't give a damn if we speak.
Could one routine?
Oh,
restore your
come on.
confidence?
Get this shit
Life was
out of
good.
here,
House,
man.
career,
I
the
do
woman I built
apologize.
it all.
Wait a minute.
A day from now, a month
Wait a
from
minute.
now,
Wait,
a year
wait,
from now,
wait,
years
wait.
from now. That from me. It will not happen. I don't give a damn if we speak a day from now, a month from now, a year from now, years from now.
He said he don't give a damn if he talk to Shannon Sharpe tomorrow. He don't give a damn if he don't talk to him next week. He don't give a fuck if months go by. It could be years and he'll never hear from Shannon Sharpe again. He wouldn't give a damn.
He's my friend. And it's always going to be that way. I'd say the same thing to you about anybody else that I know to be my friend. I don't have to work with you. I don't have to be around you. I don't have to be around you all the time, talking to you all the time to have love for you and to wish you the best. And that's exactly what it's going to be for him.
God damn. I don't have to be around you. I don't have to work with you. I don't have to be smiling in your face, acting like I like you. I wish you the best, but get the fuck away from me. I can care less where you are, what you going through, or what you thinking. We gonna be cool, but you stay over there, and I'm gonna stay over here.
I sincerely hope that all of this goes away and we find there's a bunch of falsehoods to these allegations and he's able to come back in this industry and do what he has been doing, which has been phenomenal.
Hope he's able to come back in this industry. Not come back to ESPN, but the whole entire, he's outcasted from the whole entire industry. He can't do sports analysts. He gonna have to stick it out with Club Shay Shay and keep on doing ratchet shit.
I hope Club Shay Shay and Nightcap and all of these other things that he's associated with, that he continues to thrive in his life and move forward. And whatever mistakes he may have made along the way, I'm not talking from a legal or civil perspective. I'm talking about in his eyes or that of others, whether it be moral or something else. I hope that he corrects whatever he feels he needs to correct and he moves.
He gonna have to get right with Shaq. He gonna have to make it right with Diesel. He done offended and done pissed off some very, very powerful people. And now they got their foot in his ass. And he gonna have to come back crying, begging. He gonna have to make it right. He said not just in his professional life, but whatever he did on the outside of that, that's what he need to be fixing. Because there's people that don't like him, that's on their way to ESPN, and they don't want to work with him.
I ain't quiet. Hey, he said, please, please, please keep it quiet. He said that Shannon did some shit back to him a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this. But please, please, please keep his name quiet.
He said Shannon did some. This is what Matt Barnes saying about Shaq. Shaq said Shannon did some shit to him back in the day, and now he on his ass.
To that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys talked?
We haven't. Shaq feels the way he feels, and he's perfectly fine to feel that way.
So that was Matt Barnes talking about Shaq, and these guys have millions upon millions of dollars. Shaq, these former athletes, and they have a lot of power and a lot of access to spend money to acquire information on people they dislike. And I'm not unpacking this or saying this. And Shamik, I'm gonna let you go because this conversation I'm gonna have, you can't respond in real time. So I'm gonna handle this. Thank you so much, Shamika. But I'm not saying this to draw sympathy. I'm connecting the dots to the conversation we had on Fearless today, conversation we've been having overall about like, hey man, there's real danger here in speaking truth, speaking righteously, because you end up taking on very powerful people that have resources and they can put a financial bounty on you. And
a financial bounty. They put a bounty on Shannon Sharpe. All of the sports podcasters, all of the black sports podcasters, views dropped when Shay Shay came out. They looking at him like he's a problem. And Shaq is getting ready to step into a bigger arena. He a big fish, and it's already a small pond. And you got Shay Shay in there like he the big shark. They got him the fuck out of here. The same way they did with Skip Bayless. Look at this. Fox history of harassment, 2017, $65 million to settle with former Fox News chair Roger Ailes, host Bill O'Reilly. 2017 Fox Sports programming head Jamie Horwitz fired. 2018 Fox pays $10 million to settle multiple racial gender bias suits. So with all of this going on, they snatched Shannon away from Fox, bought him to ESPN just so they can destroy his ass discreetly so they could be the #1 sports company. It's bigger than Skip and Shannon. They took down Fox, and now they bringing in a fucking powerhouse, man. Do y'all know what's about to be happening at ESPN starting next season? It's going to be crazy. Inside the NBA is universally recognized as one of the best and most culturally impactful shows in sports. So we talking about the show that's on TNT. It's culturally impactful. You got Shaquille O'Neal. You got Ernie working there with Chuck. Everybody knows them. Whenever it's the playoffs, whenever it's the finals, everybody's tuning in. So they coming to ESPN. ESPN chairman Jimmy Patario said in a statement, "We have long admired the immensely talented team and are thrilled to add their chemistry and knowledge to our robust set of NBA studio offerings to super serve NBA fans like never before." Super serve. So you about to get all them old heads, them legends. They got basketball cards that sell for millions. NBA championships, professional sports analysts coming to work alongside Stephen A. Smith. But it's only one problem. We got to pay this Shay Shay dude, the zesty man with the Ratchet podcast on YouTube, working for Walt Disney while he interviewing strippers and shit. While he interviewing rappers and thugged out comedians, got Young DC Fly all on the podcast. They got to pay. How they gonna pay all these people when you got this powerhouse Shay Shay who's about to get $100 million deal? $100 million deal. How they gonna be able to pay these people when they trying to get people? They trying to super serve NBA fans, and not only that, Shannon Sharpe fucking up the sauce because he's taking sports fans and turning them into hoochies. People that certified sports fans knew Shannon Sharpe when he had on the suit and tie working with Skip Bayless. I'm talking about he had fans of all nationalities that know him to be a professional black man, a dapper black guy that talk about football and basketball. So the fans that followed him to Club Shay Shay, he slutted them out and got them listening to Sexy Red. He turned them into ratchet Lil Boosie fans. People not even interested in football and basketball no more. They want to know what's going on with Cat Williams and Steve Harvey. They want to know about the latest hip hop beef because Shannon Sharpe want to be Shay Shay, a hood rat thought. They watching Shay Shay in the beauty salon stores or at the beauty parlors and shit, talking about bloop, bloop, and they don't give a damn about no sports. Y'all got to see this, man. And I need y'all to really, really think about this and what's going on here. No. This is what I need y'all to see. Diddy did the same damn thing. He took that Ciroc and had Young Miami sitting in front of bottles of Deli on. He had Young Miami talking ratchet hood rat talk in front of Ciroc and Deli on. He sponsored this bullshit with Saucy Santana. We talking about a multi-billion-dollar company on some hood rat shit. They was not having it. That's the reason why Diddy got fired. And he had to sue and they had all this drama going on because he had Young Miami and all these ratchets on the show with they brand in the back, like they sponsoring this shit. Same thing with Club Shay Shay. He working for Disney. Mickey Mouse didn't approve of none of this. None of this ain't got nothing. Cat Williams is not the black Mickey Mouse. Tyrese ain't got to do with Disney. The conversation, Chris Brown is not Disney relatable. He brought Monique on the show and he represent Disney. That's like Mickey Mouse doing an interview with Lil Baby or something like that. That shit don't mix. Y'all got to see this. Hold on, switch it back. Come on, now listen.
Moves forward. But in the process of doing all of that, I hope we're all reminded of a few things. And this extends far beyond a Shannon Sharpe or anybody else. One of the things that we need to remind ourselves of is that in this day and age, very few things are private. In this day and age, there's very few things that won't come to light, because most things do. But thinking beyond Shannon, thinking beyond myself, just thinking about the world that we live in terms of the podcast stratosphere and everything like that, a lot of people want to walk around thinking you can do what you want to do when you want to do it. You can your own operation. You don't have to answer to anybody. That's not true. I've had people open their mouth. And they've said, Stephen A., you work for ESPN. What kind of control do you really have? This is my podcast. This is my YouTube show. I own this.
Cutting out alcohol and sugar is a dumb idea for men who want to get ripped for the summer.
Get out of here. What the fuck?
But if you think for 1 second that I could just do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and there's not going to be any repercussions, you're clueless.
He basically saying that he got a show on YouTube just like Shay Shay. This is his club, Shay Shay. But he not about to go up. He not about to have all them ratchets and do all that foolishness on his damn show. That's not what he gonna do. He worked for Disney. He understands that. He ain't fucking up. He keeping it professional. He got purple lights, blue lights, ain't no gang, ain't no none of that. He not about to have Sexy Red come up to the show talking about her lip gloss being gonorrhea and all that BS on the Walt Disney show. He ain't about to do like Shannon Sharpe, feeling like he could do whatever he want to do, have whoever he want to have on the show. That ain't got to be kid friendly or none of that. He could have a ratchet. Stephen A. not about to have a nasty ass podcast and have Keke Palmer talking about how she slutted out Usher, even though she was pregnant with another man baby. He not about to have Young Miami up on his shit, talking about how she's looking for another baller and all that. He not gonna have a coked out Bobby Brown talking about his crack days on a damn Walt Disney platform. He's smarter than that. Listen.
And you're destined to fail and fall on your face.
Mm.
I'm not talking about Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, you is.
I'm not talking about Shannon Sharpe. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about a climate that we're living in.
Mm.
Some people sit up there and they look at me and they say, Stephen A. don't get himself in this kind of trouble. How does he pull it off? Well, first of all, there's certain behaviors and proclivities that you never have to worry about me engaging in. But most importantly than that, I often say this about Walt Disney.
Mm.
I'd rather work for a place with standards than one looking for them.
Damn. He'd rather work for a place with standards instead of a place that's looking for standards. That's a shot at Shay Shay, a shot at Fox Sports, a shot at any other company besides Walt Disney and ESPN.
You know why? Because lines are drawn.
He said, don't lie. Y'all see how he stepped up? You would have thought he was a rapper. Lines are drawn. Look at his hand movements.
And I never have to worry about crossing them because guess what? I've got something there reminding me, hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
The cadences.
You don't need to do that. It's not a silo.
Mm.
I'm not by myself. I don't get to operate in any way that I want without having to worry about ramifications or repercussions. I always have to be concerned about that. So I'm challenged every day to come on the airwaves and think about the ramifications and repercussions of anything that I do.
Mm.
Constantly.
Mm.
And because of that, that's an additional guardrail to secure me from putting myself in a position that could jeopardize myself, my show, my brand, my family, the company that I work for, and anything like that. Again, I'm not talking about Shannon.
Yes, the hell he is talking about Shannon Sharpe. And he broke that shit down quite nice. Stephen A. Smith is the godfather of sports talk. He let it be known he ain't gonna go against the family, man. It's rules to this. He's like a mob guy. You're not gonna fuck around and the bosses not find out what you're doing. You can't be a wise guy thinking you can do whatever you want to do. You're gonna get popped. You seen the mob movies. People, they going out there doing shit outside of the organization. They come down in the basement with them old men thinking it's all good. Next thing you know, pop. Because there's some shit they weren't supposed to be doing while they down with the mob.
Right now. I'm talking about what people say when it comes to people like myself and others who unapologetically.
They zoomed into the Steve with the hand in the pocket on he the logo. He the damn logo of sports talk, man. They zoomed in on the Stephen A. Smith. He a bad motherfucker. Ain't got no competition. They all gone. Ain't no Skip, ain't no Shannon. Lucky Luciano, man. He done climbed his way to the motherfucking top.
Explain that we have people to answer to. And all you folks out there with your own podcast, running your own operations, if you have advertisers and sponsors, get what? You answer to somebody too. And I'm here to tell you, don't be upset about it. Feel good about it. because you need to view it as an extra line of security that enables you, it being a guardrail, it enables you to watch lines that you want to make sure that you don't cross.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Shannon don't cross the mother. And he sat there and let Shannon cross the line. He knew Shannon was fucking up. He know all of the rules and ramifications and stuff and still sat there and watched Shannon cross every motherfucking line, man. Look at this. He was on the damn podcast. He went up there and assisted this man in fucking up his show. Even though he knew that Shannon was making a terrible mistake, he did not touch the drink, though. Shannon offered Stephen A. a drink. I don't drink. He got liquor on there. That is not ESPN or motherfucking Walt Disney friendly. He went up there. They ripped apart Skip Bayless on the show. So he killed two birds with one stone. Damn. Wait a minute. Y'all need to see this. We're going to get back to Stephen A. Smith, but y'all need to see this real quick.
Minimum wage, but the biggest complaints, as you said, are the sexual battery and sexual allegation claims. They are against not only Skip Bayless, but also Charlie Dixon, who is the president of Fox Sports, is named in the complaint, as is host Joy Taylor.
So what more do we know about the timing, Molly? Why now?
Well, the complaint alleges that the abuse started in 2012. And as for now, we don't know yet. There's still a lot to go through in discovery. And there's also the potential that more Fox executives could be named once discovery is finished. But Skip Bayless departed Fox in August, which aligns with the termination of the hairstylist as well.
So you're saying that it's possible that more executives could be named. Is there any indication we'll potentially see more accusers come forward?
It's a class action lawsuit, so there's always that potential. But as of now, there's no evidence to indicate that.
So what does this potentially say just about the environment there at Fox Sports and maybe potentially about the industry as a whole?
I'm not a lawyer, so I can't really speak to that. But
Shannon Sharpe was thinking, thank God I got away from there because they would have caught me too, Stephen. You know, I got hoes all across the country. Thank God I'm with you guys because I would have went down just with Skip. Like, don't worry, you in good hands over here at ESPN. There's a line that we don't cross. And as long as you don't cross those lines, you don't have to worry about nothing. The biggest snake in entertainment, Stephen A. motherfucking divide and conquer. Just like I said on the thumbnail, man. Hold on. Look at this.
Because when those lines are always there, you usually know it. And you usually make sure you don't cross it. Because the bigger picture is always staring in front of your face. I've seen a lot of stuff happen over the last few months. I've seen a lot of stuff happen over the last few years. And in almost every case, guardrails were pretty much absent. I'm glad I have guardrails.
Look, he do dirt too. He live his life. He have his fun. But as long as he stay in line and keep the content in line with the programming, he ain't got nothing to worry about because they gonna protect his ass. He could do whatever he want to do in his personal life. As long as he keep his content clean, he gonna be clean. And that's just like people say things about Quincy Jones all day. People be like, Quincy Jones was a dirty man. He nasty. He was freaking this one. He was freaking that one. Quincy Jones never put out no freaky material. Look at this. This man, Quincy Jones always kept it clean. He kept it classy. People were saying he was zesty since the 20s, but it didn't matter what he had going on. He put out clean music. He ain't never put out no profanity or nothing like that. Diddy, on the other hand, he put out nothing but slut music. He presented himself as a thought, and his ass is in jail right now. Shannon should have kept it clean, man. He should have kept on wearing the suits. He was in the safest space when he was with Skip Bayless. Then he started wearing chains, skinny leggings and shit. He turned into Medea. He wanted to be a hoe. And look where his ass at now. If he would have kept it when he was clean and doing it, he could have kept having holes on the side or whatever the case was, just like Stephen A. said. But he fucked up because he crossed the line and wanted to be something other than a professional. He was bulletproof with a damn suit on. Speaking about sports, the NFL, he was in his lane. You a football player. You ain't a rapper. You ain't a comedian. When did he ever get into the other parts of entertainment? When was Shannon Sharpe ever in the movie? When did he do a stand-up bit? He crossed over. He fucked up. He with the ratchet entertainers, trying to be cool, like he 56 years old, trying to be cool. It's fucked up. He fucked up. Stephen A. know what it is. Now we know what it is.
The people that work for me, the people that work with me, the people I work for, the public at large. I find a way to be me while in the same breath guarding myself against some of the things I need to be guarded against. Just a thought. Just a thought. Back to Shannon.
Uh-oh.
I'll always be here for him if he needs me. Just the same way I said that about Skip Bayless.
Oh, shit.
When he departed from Fox. Just the same way that I would say about any of my friends.
Knowing damn well they not his friends. He gave the same courtesy to Skip Bayless when his ass got fired for the same thing. I say the same thing to Shannon. If you need me, I'm always at the top. If you need a helping hand, I know you on your back. I know you busted your ass. I know you ain't worth shit no more. He is the boss. He took them out. That's like, he the fucking John Gotti of sports, man. He took out the head honchos. Now he the man. And if anybody think about taking his spot or coming to take over what he got, that's going to be a fight in hell. He the final boss at the end of the game. He fucking King Cooper. You going to have to see him if you want that spot. Man, he is so legendary. He talking about running for president. He might just get my motherfucking vote. I've never seen nobody finesse people the way he finessed people. Look at him. The only thing he need is a cape. It ain't nobody on his level. Nowhere. Who else? Oh my, I'm in awe. Shannon fell flat. Nobody seen it coming. He fell flat on his ass and it's over with. Look, and this dude right here, he just look at his head. He know what's going on. He look like he don't get no sleep. He got his own little podcast popping, but he ain't trying to fuck. He on the outside looking in. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. He don't gave up on life. He don't give a fuck about his health. He trying to promote some health brands. He's sipping on that Dick Gregory, knowing that he be eating them pig feet in the middle of the night. But he got to do what he got to do. Listen to what he got to say.
This is why I'm so transparent and why, I play things the way that I do. I have enemies and they have lots of money and they're athletes and they're not, they don't respect. It's not that other non-athletes don't play the game the exact same way, but when Shaq's a billionaire and he's got a problem with Shannon Sharpe, he can put money out and say, anybody, I got $500,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 or $1 million. If you got dirt on Shannon Sharpe, do the exact same thing to me. And trust me, people have been looking for the dirt on me for a long time. And that's why I talk about the dirt on me. For most of my adult life, I've struggled with my health. Feeling sore.
You still struggling. You still struggling. You still struggling.
It's dangerous out here. And this is why a lot of men remain silent, because they know if they start speaking true, someone may take an interest in them and want to look, well, what are you hiding? What are you doing in secret? How can I get the dirt on you so that I can compromise you and or embarrass you? What I will say as it relates to what Matt Barnes and this leaked information, I can remember going back, let's say to 1998, 1997. Let me make sure my time frame is accurate on that.
He's scared. We ain't gonna wait for him to figure it out. He's scared. You know, he really don't want to talk about it. This is what we need to be talking about real quick. The shade that Shannon Sharpe was throwing at Stephen A. when he was on First Take. He was popping shit. Not First Take. When he was on Undisputed, he was popping his subliminal shit at Stephen A. When Stephen A. was crying about how Undisputed getting all the views and getting all the ratings, he was popping at Stephen A. once upon a time. Hold on. He was talking crazy about that man in front of Skip. They was laughing and joking behind his back. Stephen A. Smith addresses Shaq and Shannon beef. Hold on, look at this, y'all. Shaq wanted Stephen A. Smith to fuel Shannon Sharpe beef. Don't act like there's some war between Shannon and Shaq. So he was well aware that they had issues. He even spoke about it on his podcast. Stephen A. Smith did his best to play Switzerland after Shaquille O'Neal called for help and fueling his beef with Shannon Sharpe. Last week, Sharpe accused Shaq of being jealous after he told NBA MVP Nikola Jokic he didn't deserve the award on live TV. Shaq fired back with something along the lines of, "I'm not jealous, you're jealous," in a lengthy Instagram post before observing Drake and Kendrick Lamar by dropping a diss track of his own on Shannon Sharpe. So he dropped bars on Shannon. On the latest episode of Stephen A., he of course he sided with Shaq. Shannon Sharpe and the brothers at Nightcap iterated the one and only Shaquille O'Neal, Smith said. Irritated Shaquille O'Neal. Shannon Sharpe said it's about MVPs because he knows Shaq had more than one. So they was beefing, and Stephen A. was in the middle of it, entertaining the shit. Hold up.
Welcome back to Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airwaves of YouTube, live from the compound. Snoop's compound. Had a blast talking to my brother right there. Always good talking to him. Want to really, really talk to him about the Arizona Bowl, the Snoop Arizona Bowl, and what that means to him and what his objective is. And the brothers at Nightcap, hold up. Negative stuff is destined to be successful. Before I get on out of here for the day, let me transition. It's not some negative stuff. It's not something along the lines of Drake and Kendrick Lamar and how excessive and extreme and off kilter that has gotten. But Shannon Sharpe and the brothers at Nightcap irritated the one and only Shaquille O'Neal because they were talking about Shaq, and in Gilbert Arenas' case, he was saying, hey, Shaq, he want to be that alpha. He don't like big men. He's always critiquing them. I'm paraphrasing, of course, because I don't have the quote right in front of me. And in the case of Shannon Sharpe said it's about MVPs. It's about MVPs because he knows Shaq should have had more than one. And then Shaq came out with the diss track. I don't know if we can play it for you or not. I'm trying to find out if we can play it for you. We can play it for you. I will definitely do that right now.
When it comes to Shaq, Shaq hates every big man. If you haven't noticed, he does. He doesn't like the big man, rightfully so, because that's his position. He is, in his mind, he is the apex predator. No matter what no one says, We don't care. He don't care what you say. He don't care. You can throw all the championships and all that. If we lace him up and we had to, in our prime, had to play against each other in our prime, he thinks he's the apex predator. Those awards hurt him. Irritate the hell out of him. Yeah, it's the MVP, Bill. It's the MVP because we only have one.
They didn't think that I would win, but I won.
You think you could say something about the teams, you ain't gonna say something back?
I got it.
You gotta have G14 classification.
I'm the best in the world.
I'm number one.
I'm the best in the world.
I'm number one.
I'm the best in the world.
Hey. Oh no, Shannon Sharpe, man, you're way beneath me. Your whole demeanor is faker than new rapper beefy. You're soft before you get fly, you rather tweet me. I was in 3 different cars when you was in 3 feet. All I see is dollar signs. They come in 3D. Make it hot. Ain't no way around my degree. You are not at my spot. You are like a peewee. You got them calling me Rocky the way I reread. I get to the green bag.
Oh my God, them was bars. He said they calling me Rocky the way I reread. Whoo! Shaq murdered his ass. And now Shannon Sharpe somewhere crying. Snot all on the pillow. Shannon is fucked. He gonna have to kiss Shaq's ass. He gonna have to apologize to Diesel. He gonna have to get down to kiss all of his championship rings. Oh my God. He took the beef to the booth, got that man booted. He put a bag on Shannon Sharpe's head. And Stephen A. Smith played the diss track while he in Snoop Dogg's studio. Oh man, that's some messy motherfuckers.
What Shaq had to say. It's not bad. It's nothing extreme. It's nothing excessive. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Ain't much to say about that. Don't act like there's some war between Shannon and Shaq. I got news for you. Both of them are Hall of Famers. Both of them were elite. Both of them were champions. Shaq got 4 rings. Shannon got 3. It's a conversation that most of us have no business partaking in. So I'm not about to be the one. I just want to let y'all know about it because, damn it, Shaq texted to me on my phone and said, damn it, play it.
Oh, he got Shaq. So was he in the goddamn group chat when Shaq was talking about putting a bag on Shannon's head? If he was in the group chat with Shaq and all them other people talking about putting the bag on, he got his contact. He said Shaq texted him and told him to drop the track. Play the track. Let them hear that. Bump that. And he played it for everybody. He played the diss track that Shaq got for Shannon, even though Shannon's supposed to be his man's. They worked together. And he been working against him the whole time. Man, did Stephen A. take the bag? Somebody took it because Shaq put it out there. And who's closer? Stephen A. said that he talked with Shannon and basically figured out his weaknesses. So it's a possibility he took the damn bag.
Todd Malcolm sent me this information. We got great viewers that send me information, show suggestions, and Todd sent me one this morning, and it's great. There's a leaked audio or Matt Barnes talking about the Shannon Sharpe situation, and he brings Shaquille O'Neal into it. Let's play the clip.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around. So, just want to put that out there.
A straight up bounty. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this. I wanna play something for y'all real quick to get a better understanding of what's going on. Because Joy Taylor, hold on, no. Y'all need to listen at this real quick. It's only gonna take a second. Listen.
People are asking me if I offered $1.5 million for used box. I'm not going to answer that. But what I can say is I love me a single mom. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, somebody playing. That was some AI generated bullshit that they came up with. But like I said, Skip Bayless, he knocked out the park. He out the way. Shannon Sharpe out the way. They got rid of the whole first take. I mean, they got rid of the whole undisputed. Hold on, Shannon breaks his silence on Bombshell Fox lawsuit. He was talking about this shit.
First, I want to talk to you about
Damn,
whose pod technology can be added to your existing mattress.
Wait.
Address the elephant in the room. You're trending on Twitter. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Guys, the news of the day, absolutely, it doesn't. What y'all want me to say?
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So there's nothing to address.
He shrugged that off with Skip Bayless being sued for them sexual assaults. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm out of there. I ain't up there no more. I ain't worried about it. He thought he was home. He thought he was home free.
Address the elephant in the room. You're trending on Twitter. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Guys, the news of the day, absolutely, it doesn't. What y'all want me to say?
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So there's nothing to address. I don't know why everybody if you notice, everybody's posted it. They got me. In the 42 pages, it don't mention nothing about Shannon Sharpe did anything. But y'all want to get clicks, so y'all mention me.
Right.
Man, I know I said it a million times on the video. That's like if you in a gang, let's say you a Crip. Better yet, let's say you a Blood. You running with the Bloods. Y'all beefing with the Crips. You get into it with your Blood homie and you switch sides. Now you Cripping. Them same Crips you was beefing with, now you the homie. They got you banging with them now. You don't think that they set your ass up on the divide and conquer? You wearing all that blue. The Bloods get arrested. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Man, them dude. What Jay-Z said? He said, niggas will show you love. That's how they fool thugs. Next thing you know, you lying in a pool of blood. Hold on. Lyrics. That's exactly what he said, man. Hold on. We gonna find this together. Y'all stay tuned. And then I'm about to get out of here, but I need to share this with y'all real quick. I think it was on the last verse. Where they breathe rhyme stars. I'm from Marcy, son. No, it wasn't that verse. It had to be this. It was the last verse. Yeah. He said, niggas thought they deuce was live. Then I hit them with trips. And when I reached down for their money, Paul, forget about this. This time around, this platinum, like the shit on my wrist and this Glock on my waist. Y'all can't do shit about this. Niggas will show you love. That's how they fool thugs. Before you know it, you lying in a pool of blood. So they brought him over to ESPN. Like it's all love. You down with our gang now. You don't switch sides. They showering him with gifts, praises and accolades. Next thing you know, you lying in the pool. Shannon Sharpe is lying in a pool of blood right now because he trusted Stephen A. Smith. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I'm about to pull out of here, but I want to hear what he had to say real quick. Listen.
That's what friends do. Even in the toughest of times. Sometimes, especially the toughest of times. They ain't telling you you're right all the time. And hell, sometimes they may not stop you from falling into that abyss.
Damn.
But they're there to lift you up.
What? He said friends won't stop you from falling into that abyss, but they'll be there to lift you up. So he watched Shannon Sharpe fall into the abyss, but I'm here for you, brother. I know you bust your ass. I know what you was doing. You wasn't supposed to be doing it, but I'm here to help you up.
When nobody else will. That's all I have to say. Other than I hope he's back in this business real soon on linear television, talking some football, because that man knows his football. And he certainly knows how to entertain us while he's talking about football. I'm going to miss him. I hope he's back soon. But if by some happenstance that doesn't happen, I'm always going to be wishing the best for him, no matter what.
Yo, that's all I got to say about it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Do y'all feel like Stephen A. set that man up? Do you feel like he knocked out Skip Bayless along with Shannon Sharpe for that #1 spot? It's about to be the takeover of ESPN. ESPN's most controversial show, First Take, is on the move, and it's a sign that the worldwide leader is at a crossroads. So they was at a point where they shit wasn't going well. ESPN is moving their star morning debate show, First Take, from ESPN2 to ESPN in 2017 in an effort to boost its declining viewership, according to the Sports Business Daily. While this move can be looked at as an effort to revive ESPN's most controversial show, it is also a sign that ESPN is at a crossroads and a larger shakeup is brewing for the self-proclaimed worldwide leader in sports. It has been a rough year for ESPN. They laid off more than 300 employees at the end of 2015, their second wave of layoffs in 2 years, and are on pace to lose 3 million subscribers in 2016. In addition, ratings are down 19.4% for ESPN's biggest investment, Monday Night Football, an enterprise in which ESPN pays $1.9 billion per year for one game per week during the NFL season. They was going through hell. His future was looking grim with a whack-ass Max Kellerman, while Skip Bayless and Shay was killing that shit. He ain't got them problems no more. He the king of the hill. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. So much love for y'all, man. Yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all on my next video. Oh.